Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Indo-German Chamber of Commerce, I warmly welcome you to our today's industry dialogue with the government of Maharashtra. And it's my great privilege to welcome Mr. Sandeep Patil. He is Superintendent of Police, Pune Rural, and then Mr. Sadashiv Survasa. He is the Joint Director of Industries Government of Maharashtra. And then, of course, Dr. Jürgen Mohart, our Consul General, everybody knows him. These times are challenging for all of us, but it seems there is some light at the end of the tunnel. The Indian government has allowed certain relaxations when it comes to industrial and other activities, and Pune being the largest industrial hub of German companies in India is of course very critical for German companies to restart their operations. Now, with the structuring of India in green, yellow and red zones, it is quite important to know whether one is in a zone that allows production, and even when one is not in a zone that allows production, how one can go about it, because there are all kind of intricacies, getting the staff, starting the operations, etc. And therefore it is very, very important to collaborate with the local authorities. And this is why it is so critical for us to be in dialogue with the police, but also with the authorities of the government of Maharashtra and especially of the Directorate of Industries. Many of the German companies have already started in a small way. Many of them actually, or a few of them have been working right through, because they were in the essential industries items, and this is why they were working right through. Now, the day-to-day work, that is really the challenge. It is a micromanagement, because when you need the passes, when you have to see how to get your people, how to get the products, etc., how your supply chain can be basically made live, those are all very, very detailed questions, and this is what we want to discuss today. Indo-German Chamber of Commerce, of course, has been in Pune for more than 10 years. The colleagues there are basically the people on the ground who can help our members through the sort of jungle of Corona. But I know that we could help already a lot during the last couple of weeks. And in the weeks to come, we will certainly have to support our members even more. Because closed down as such, well, that was easy. Everything was closed. But now opening up, this is when the real challenges come, when the real work starts. But this is also the critical time, because when everything is closed, Corona basically is no problem, because nobody can infect anybody else. But now that we are opening up, this is when the real problems are starting. So maintaining social distancing, maintaining cleanliness, maintaining all the health aspects that are there, sticking to the rules of how many people can work, etc. This is now really where the work starts. And this is what we want to discuss today with the experts. And this is why I'm very privileged and proud that we have our friends and partners here with us today. Before I hand over to Dr. Jürgen Mohart for his opening remarks, I would like to also invite our participants in a little survey that we are doing. And therefore, we want to know from you, and this is what we are actually doing now, so please get ready for our little survey, is whether you have started your operations after the revised guidelines effective 4th of May, yes or no, and whether you are still in the process of making the self-declaration application and could not make a successful application, because this is also something where we can help you. So the survey is on the screen, and therefore you can answer them now. please make your poll. Have you started your operation? Yes and no. Are you in the process of making your self-declaration, or you could not make a successful application? So please just give us your answers, so then we can help you in more details to get the support that you need. Since it is so simple, I think by now the poll should have been done. And I now therefore invite Dr. Jürgen Mohart for his welcome remarks. Jürgen, please.
Good evening, everybody. I like also to welcome the many German companies who are registered and hopefully also are participating this evening. As Mr. Steinrück said, we try our very best to give service to our industries, but of course the service is not easily can be done. We also dependent and rely on our partners from the government. And I welcome the Superintendent Patil and also Mr. Servase from the Department of Industries. And I would like to inform you both that this is our fourth event today. We had one with the Honorable Minister Adidat Hakkari in the beginning with a selected group of German companies. Then we had a joint event together with the French Chamber of Commerce, with a additional Commissioner for Labor. And we had one with industries again, with the CEO of MIDC, Dr. Anwar Lagan, and as well as Principal Secretary Reddy. And we have felt there is a need to go really down and focus on Pune. That's what we want to do today, because Pune is the #1 zone where German industries is located. We have roughly more than 360 companies there. They are all over spread. So Mr. Servase, it's not so easy to answer your questions. Where are your companies? Because they are really all over. So that is why we could not give a definite answer, but I think the companies will do it yourself. So I like to the participants of industries, I like to introduce first of all Superintendent Patil, whom I know, I think, since you started office in July 2018, quite a long time ago. But I still remember when I came first time to your office, because you entertained me with a few insights in your career, in particular what you have been doing before coming to Pune, because this was an area I was not familiar with. This was a containment of Naxalite forces also in the border of Maharashtra. And then I still remember that you were trying to promote libraries and were looking for book donations, which I think you still are doing, and we can also our industries might be able to contribute on this way. So, and then later on during the years, you were very supportive. Whenever we had issues, you also participated in meetings when German industries were meeting the collector. You were always on hand to protect the safety of the workers and operations, and helpful in order to prevent certain illegal and criminal activities, particularly in the zone. So thank you so much, Mr. Patil. Mr. Servase, we haven't met yet, but I was very much impressed to hear you and follow you in another webinar, because you could answer almost anything. So, and I understand, and I had to Google it, that what about the Directorate of Industries is doing. So you are an arm of the government, of the Ministry of Industries, Department of Industries, and you are basically overseeing and implementing the government policies in a very broad and comprehensive way. And in particular, you are expert for Pune and also with the special zones there. And I understood already that you are the most knowledgeable person who can give advice. And when we asked you, I was really impressed to say, when can we do it? Tonight? Next day? I said, oh, no, please give us some time. So thank you very much also for you for joining. We will have, for the following questions that are coming up, we will have no live questions asking, but the participants from industries are able to write down their questions and their concerns in chats, and some of my colleagues will moderate and then read and refocus and regroup the questions to you, which you can answer jointly, or whoever feels capable to do. To all the participants who are putting down their questions in the chat box, please also put down your company name. And important is also, where you are located. So please put down your company and the location, which might help to understand what we're doing. We have seen the last 2 days, since Sunday, it has been quite oppressive. The restart of industry, more than 200 companies have been restarting. Also German companies have been there, but many ambiguities are still there. Will be answers. Where can we get always updated communications and the latest updates on the newest regulations? And the number one issue, of course, is how to bring my workforce from A to B crossing zones, which might be containment, not containment, and in different clusters. And then, of course, what was really helpful, I think, is a self-declaration, but also might a little bit elaborate on this. I would like now, Superintendent Patil and Mr. Sowase, that you just introduce yourself and you give a short introduction overview what you are responsible for in allowing and permitting industries to restart in Pune. So thank you very much. And I would like to start with Mr. Santi Patil, please.
Sir, I think Mr. Survase can start first, because it is a parent department, is a industries department. They formulate an overall policy.
Okay.
So I think I'll request Mr. Survase to start with.
Okay.
Then I'll speak up to him.
Okay, good. Okay, Mr. Sowase, please lay out the broad responsibilities.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Dr. Moharad, and just opening a remark of Steinruke. I again thank you, Ashumi, to just invite this webinar. As far as just I will have some just 5 to 7 minutes, just having the current situation of the restarting of industries in Pune districts as well as in the state. Now all of you are aware about that the new guidelines are issued by the government of Maharashtra on 2nd May, and on 3rd May also the district administration, basically the collector Pune as well as divisional commissioner, and we have a detailed discussions with Secretary Industries Sri Reddy sir, then the COMIDC Anbalgan, and the Industries Commissioner. And with this, then we have formulated policies, and it is very very easy and very, we can say that very supportive policies to restart the industries. Now, as far as these guidelines on the 2nd May, it clearly states that the industrial activities basically that is permitted with restrictions in urban area. Now, as far as Pune is concerned, the whole Pune districts is in a red zone, okay, as per the classification of government. And in Pune, apart from the Pune Municipal Corporation and Pimpri-Chinchwad Municipal Corporation, where these are the urban area, major urban areas, excluding these urban areas, all other industries located in urban rural areas as well as municipal councils, they were allowed to operate. So the very important point is that the special economic zone, export oriented unit, all the industrial estates, then the industrial township, we have a special access control. Excluding PMC and PCMC, the industry is allowed to operate. And of course, in rural areas, there is no any limits. Now, another point about the restarting of industries, that to how to basically what is the permissions required and all these things. As Mr. Steinruke was explaining, the government of Maharashtra has come up with a special dedicated digital platform by industries department, where one industries can go on that particular platform, fill up the detail and obtain the self declaration permission with details of the company as well as the vehicle required to commit their employees as well as the number of employees required to start their operations. So filling these particular details, one can obtain the self-declared permissions. Then that particular permissions will be authorized by the respective officers to issue the vehicle passes as well as employee passes, and after that the unit can start. With these detailed discussions on the 4th with Honorable District Collector Pune, we have requested that the number of industries, the density located nearby Pune is a very huge. As you said that almost about, sir, in Pune districts, 1,30,000 industries are located, including MSME as well as large industries. And in PCMC also, there is a large densities of industries around the PCMC areas, where Chakan, Talegaon, Ranjangaon, then a private area on the Nagar Road, Pirangut. So these are the basically major industrial clusters. So we have requested that, and collector has announced in a press conference officially that no any permissions will be required for the industries, no any vehicle passes will be required for industries. They can resume their operations with dedicated transport, and they can show the way, their employee ID as well as letters to the respective revenue authority as well as police authority, and they can easily start the preparing to start their operations. As an industries department, we are facilitating to industries through this digital platform to obtaining the self-declared permissions that will be useful. So we know that these are the employees commuting from, let us say, from one villages to that particular factories. Then these are the staffs that going to that particular factories, that details are there. But apart from that, both the basically systems are very easy, because of the number of industries located in Pune. So we have decided that let us start the industries without any permissions, and we'll try to stabilize the issues, stabilize the problems. So I think before this last 2 days, most of the industries have started. Most of the industries have started with the permissions from the digital portal, as well as some of them have started on their own. And we are basically advising them to start your operations, whatever the issues are there. We are taking with the district administration as well as the police authorities, and both the police authorities, as Sandeep ji Patil ji is there, both then Commissioner PCMC, Police Commissioner PCMC, Police Commissioner Pune, they are helping out, and there will not be any problems. Okay. Now, as far as another issue is that the traveling of employees or the staff from the urban areas to rural areas, as of now, only the collector has allowed that the transportation is allowed, commutation is allowed from urban areas to rural areas, that is from non-containment zone to the non-containment zone through dedicated transport only. So that is the point. Otherwise, there will not be any restrictions, and most of the companies, they have started their operations. Another point I want to highlight here, whatever the like industries before this particular notifications, we have permitted that industries as a essential commodities industries, some supply chain commodities industries, and packaging industries. So almost about 600 industries were permitted in this particular lockdown period, and they were told to operate with their full strength by the passes given by the respective authorities, and permissions given to them are again valid in this particular period also. Now here one has to basically important the point is that any addition in the category of containment zone, because the containment zones are declared by the district collector as well as the incident commander appointed by the district collector, and municipal commissioners of the Pune as well as municipal commissioners of the PCMC. So any addition, deletion of containment zone, that has to be monitored by the industries, and accordingly that activity is allowed in that particular non-containment zone. If the authorities declare that this is a containment area, then one has to suspend the operations. We don't have any options over there. Another point about in our digital portal also, and the previous guidelines by the government of India, that every industry has to take basically the standard operating procedures under this COVID-19, and that particular guidelines is also available on the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare website, as well as the government of Maharashtra, as well as the industries department. And one industry has to take that particular SOPs to set up the SOPs, and that is also allowed. Apart from this, the movement of material, basically the movement of material from the industries or from the warehouses, that is also allowed. So there will not be any restrictions for that. So movement of essential commodities as well as the movement of non-essential commodities, that will be allowed. Only thing is that movement of persons from 7 p.m. onwards to 7 a.m. early in the morning, that is restricted, and then 144 of IPC is applicable over there. So one has to take care there. Now today also the Labor Commissioner has issued the basically a circular, issued the advisory that the industries can operate on a 2 shift. They can operate on a 12-hour shifts depending on the availability of the resources, availability of the manpower. So that is not an issue over there. Now, as on till this moment, some of the areas of the micro clusters of the PMC, as well as the part of the micro clusters of the PCMC, and some villages of Haveli Taluka, even some villages in respective taluka like Shirur, then Daund, then basically Bhor. Some of the villages are declared as a containment zone, and no travel or movement is permitted from this particular containment zone to this particular respective areas. So I think that's the basically current situation. And as on today, almost about, I have come to know that almost about 4,000 industries around the Pune, they have started their operations. Most of the bigger industries, they have starting their operations, like Bajaj Auto, then the JCB, L&T, even that John Deere. So all major industries, they have started their operations, and we are supporting them. We are basically facilitating them to start their operations. We are advising them to go to the portal, take the permissions, take the details of vehicle passes. We'll authorize immediately, because that will be useful to facilitate with the police authorities as well as and that will be easy to industries to restart their operations. So with this, I will conclude my this basically the current status and basically about restarting of operations, and I will be definitely have a question answer sessions. I know that some issues about the industries in PCMC area. Right now, the PCMC area is again restricted for industrial operations, and most of the industries like industries located on Mumbai-Pune road, then some of the areas of the MIDC area of the Bhosri, Pimpri-Chinchwad, that industries are not allowed. But we are allowing the material movement if it is specifically required. If there is any export order or some commitment is there, so we are giving selective permissions to the industries located in PCMC areas, PMC areas to start their material movement. Another point is that now almost about 44 to 45 days are completed to this particular lockdown. So most of the industries, they required basically the periodic maintenance, then the basically to review the safety and repairs and all these things. So we are giving some permissions to the industries on a selective basis to this particular maintenance work, or basically the monitoring the safety measures. So that particular permissions are also given on a skeletal workforce. So this is from my side. So thank you, and I will be definitely sharing in this particular webinar. Thank you.
So Mr. Survasis, thank you very much. So you as a joint director, of course, you are the best informed person what we see today, and you have already many news. I think also the members of the industry are not aware of, in particular what you were announcing us about the new regulation from the Labor Commissioner, 12-hour shift, 2 shifts possible. And then I think it's mostly welcome that you are ready to give also selective permissions, because what I hear from our industries, first of all, before you start, it's a maintenance. It's the most important thing to do. But I would like now also to ask Superintendent Patil to tell us what is the role of the police on the ground to facilitate the restart of industries and the movement of vehicles, be it for passengers, workforce, employees, or materials. Mr. Patil, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Murhat. First, I would like to thank you for all kind words at the start of the sessions, and definitely that has increased my responsibility. At the outset, as Mr. Survase has elaborated in detail, as he's a man from Department of Industry, so I think most of the things are very clear about getting permissions, about containment zone, about what just now what he mentioned about shift timings. As a police department, definitely the law enforcement part is with police. So whatever passes have been issued, and whatever movement happens on the road, it is a responsibility of police. As Corona, the basics is a social distancing. The social distancing issue, taking care of this social distancing, definitely all the movements will start now. We have given a very clear instructions to my men and officers that nobody will ask for any pass to a person of industry. If you have a identity cards of your own company, it is good. If you have already got a certification from MIDC portal, it is very good. But if you have not got anything, even if you have a I-card of your own company, I think it is sufficient. And our men of Pune rural, I'm again repeating my jurisdiction, Pune rural, they will not.
Hello, Mr. Patil.
Hello. They will not. Yeah, I'm on the air. They will not obstruct any of the employees or executives of a company. Now, this has been very clear instructions. So if there is any complaint or if there is any case that police are obstructing and they are asking for any passes separately issued by a police station or from a MIDC portal, it should be brought to our notice. As Mr. Survase has made it clear, and district magistrate, district collector has made it clear that there are no requirement of any passes. Our focus is to start the industry. So there is a very clear instruction to all the Thanedas, all the police station in charge in area of Shikrapur, Ranjangaon, Vadgaon Mawal, in area of Paud, Rajgarh, wherever in my jurisdiction, that no passes will be asked and they will facilitate the movement of industry persons. Now, there is a difference between what urban area transport, mode of transport in urban area and in a rural area. As government of Maharashtra's notification has said that movement of individuals can be made in 4-wheelers and 2-wheelers. But in case of urban areas, already district magistrate dedicated transport. In urban area, district magistrate has restricted it to a dedicated transport. But in a rural area, especially in area of Gram Panchayat and all, we are allowing even 2-wheelers for employees of industry to go to their work. So we have already instructed even 2-wheelers will be also allowed, but only a single person is allowed on 2-wheeler. That is a social distancing restriction. So in rural areas, even 2-wheelers are allowed for employees to commute. This is a difference between urban areas and rural areas. But as Mr. Survase has rightly pointed out, that the containment zones and this municipal limits of PMC and Pimpri-Chinchwad Municipal Corporation, dedicated transport will be required. I think that is in a one way useful for industry. You have your own bus, you are putting up your board, and I think police will not obstruct you. With the industry bus, I think flow will be smoother. Otherwise, every person having his own vehicle and every check post and every on check naka, he'll be stopped, and I think that will create a lot of rush in city area where space is a limited this thing. But I would like to assure that if there is any issue about Pune Police Commissionerate or Pimpri-Chinchwad Police Commissionerate, I think you can approach their Joint Commissioner, Mr. Shishwe is there, and in Pimpri-Chinchwad, Additional Commissioner, Mr. Pokre is there. If you want mobile numbers, I can give their mobile numbers also for your facilitation. For if there is any obstruction in the transport from urban to rural areas. But again, I'm telling, in rural, it is very clear, nobody will stop you for any issue of the passes if you have your own industry cards. Now, my second point is that there are some containment areas in the rural areas also, in Wagholi, Shikrapur. But we have made it very clear to SDMs, and I have spoken to district magistrate also. The highway, Pune Nagar highway, doesn't fall under any containment zone. It is an open area, so there will not be any obstruction for flowing of vehicles on Pune Nagar highway. And even about Wagholi, we have already communicated, and that Wagholi containment area will be modified and it will be restricted only to a locality where a case was found a few days back. Same is for Shikrapur. And government of Maharashtra has redefined how containment zone has to be defined. So it has to be a realistic and based on the real what have been contacts of that person who was a corona positive. So that containment zone restrictions will not be a very big issue for traveling from Pune to Nagar, at least in Pune Nagar road. That I would like to tell it to participants. Now, one more issue is that we have a issue of migrant laborers. Actually, I don't know how German companies, how many contractors and local laborers they have employed. But my sincere request is that you must communicate to your labor contractors that laborers from states of northern India, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, they should be convinced to stay back and must be told that now company's operation is starting and you'll be able to get a work. Otherwise, what is happening, they are coming in a groups and they are creating an issue for police. So our request is that you should task your labor contractors immediately, go to their residential areas, we will give you a police, have a dialogue, convince them that now work is on, you will get a payment. And in most of the cases, we have found that the labor contractors have not given any payment, they have not given any food ration to them. So I think companies need to oversee this. If they have been given a food, a ration, and some money, I think they are ready to stay back. But in especially this has happened in the construction industry. But I think I'm talking about unskilled labor, which are employed for some loading and all. That has to be taken. Even skilled labor who are staying in the area of Sanaswadi or in Ranjan, as they are homesick and they want to move on. We can understand that there was a lockdown period, was a pretty long period, and a person sitting in a home, he gets definitely under a psychological depression. But now I think things are opened up, so you need to convey those skilled workers also who want to go to their families, because their families from Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh, they keep them calling on phone, and you come back, you come back. But I think you need to convince them that now things have started and this is a more secure environment, and companies are going to take all care of social distancing, what has been given in annexure 1 of government of Maharashtra notification on 2nd May. So that retaining labor is also a question, and I think companies, their HR managers, I think need to be a little taskmaster and go after their labor contractors to retain the labor. And suppose in worst case, if you have any issues, you can immediately go to police station, whatever passes, whatever hassles you want. We are already told if some executive is facing a lot of problem from traveling from Pune urban, for your convenience, we are ready to issue passes. Definitely you will get passes from MIDC portal also, but in suppose there is some issue, police want, they say you want police passes, there can be some issues at a constabulary at a ground level. So you can directly go to local police station, you will get whatever passes you want for your convenience. Though passes are not readed, but if you feel somebody is obstructing you in Pune city or Pimpri-Chinchwad, you will get the passes. So this was from my all my side. So any questions, any queries, I am open. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much also, Honorable Superintendent Mr. Patil. So like Mr. Srivastava, you gave already so many information, so many guidance, so much advice about companies, very, very useful. But nevertheless, I would like now also to give the floor and opportunity to our participants from industry to bring forward some of their questions. And it's the colleague from IGCC, Mrs. Monas Desai. She will read out and moderate the questions coming in. And we will do this for a little bit less, for 40, 45 minutes, I think, as long as we have. So thank you very much again. And you will now hear the questions which came in and have a little bit regrouped already by my colleague. Monas, are you ready?
Yes, Dr. Mohad. Good evening, everybody. My first question is from the company, which is based out of Pimpri, MIDC Pimpri. And the question is H block of MIDC a containment zone? there is material on our truck since the 24th of March and needs offloading. Do we need the permission? We need permission for 2 to 3 persons for 4 to 6 hours to unload this. Is unloading of material allowed? And how can MIDC help us to counter this case of unloading of materials?
My request here is that you just have a send a mail, or even I will give my mobile number. You send the request on my WhatsApp also. I will immediately give permission, because this PCMC and PMC areas, again, the activities are not allowed. So I can give material movement, loading, unloading with bare minimum 5 to 7 people that are required to unload the material or load the material, like forklift operator or any other workers. I will give immediate permissions for that particular these things, and I am giving this type of permissions. I have already issued almost about 200 permissions in PCMC. They may not be aware about that, but you can request them and connect them. I will definitely support immediately.
Thank you, sir. The next question, I would like to know on starting operations in the industries located in rural area of Pune. The company is based out of Taluka Haveli. There is some contradictory information circulating stating that there is no requirement for any permission from any authority and also no passes for movement of employees and their vehicles. They are required to stay at the factory. This is contradictory to the order issued by the Maharashtra State and District Administration of submitting the self-declaration on the portal and also to obtain passes for movement of employees and their vehicles. The company is based out of Taluka Haveli, Pune.
I think, ma'am, this was the condition previously, the guidelines issued by the state government on 19th April. Earlier, some relaxations were given to the industries outside the PMR area, and they were giving the permissions if the employee residential arrangement is there, then the employee residing adjacent to the building. That type of basically the conditions was there. Now this type of requirement is not in the current notifications issued by the state government on 2nd May, and this is not basically anything is required. They can go and start the operation. As Patil sir has also mentioned that the employee can travel from urban area, that is non-containment zone, to the respective factory located in rural areas by dedicated transport, and people nearby villages, they can travel with the four-wheeler. So there is no any conditions for residential arrangement. That requirement is earlier, that requirement was there, now it is not there.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from the company Trumpf India Private Limited. There seems to be ambiguity in requirement of vehicle passes, especially two-wheeler and four-wheeler. Do you need MIDC approval? That is question number 1. And question number 2 is, why are the permissions not granted for private vehicles? The company is based in Hinjewadi, and they are facing a lot of ambiguity.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. So as far as I mentioned that the passes available on the portal is it is not a compulsory, it is voluntary, and it is a supportive to industries. Even SP sir has clearly mentioned that it is a supportive one, as some vehicle passes or individual passes, but passes for individual vehicle like two-wheelers or four-wheelers, that is not given in urban areas. So urban areas only the dedicated transport is allowed, and that vehicle cannot be commuted from urban to rural. That restrictions are still there.
Okay, sir. Thank you. The next question is from Klaus Union Engineering India Private Limited. They are mentioning that they have got the permission to run the plant, but they would like to know if there are any special means to bring the workforce from their native places to the factory early. They are based in different districts.
Hello.
Yes.
Now again, at present, with the current guideline, the district boundaries are sealed, and there is no any permissions from inter-district travel. So we have to manage with the whatever the workforce available in the same districts. That is not allowed till movement. We are working on that. Basically, the government is working on that.
Thank you, sir. The next question is
I
from a
would like
company
to
based.
intervene.
Yes, sorry.
I think Survase sir has told, but I think with the permission of both the district magistrates, there was one circular of Union Home Ministry about inter-district movement of the workers. So I think if the issue can be taken up, issue can be taken up with the district magistrate, and with the permission of both the district magistrates, I think things would be clear. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is there, but that is also on a selective basis. Sir, the
Yeah,
number
for
of industry.
starting up, I think, sir, for starting up industry, we can be little more proactive. And if the issue is that they can give us application to you, I think we'll speak to district magistrate, and the concerned district magistrate will allow. And even I can speak to local superintendent of police there also, because there is a circular by Union Home Ministry that we have shifted the sugarcane workers now. After that, there was one circular that district movement of the workers is allowed for industry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is there, but that is again basically in Pune. We have discussed this issue with the district collector and divisional commissioner. They said that let us stabilize the industrial restart operations, and within then 3-4 days we can plan out for this inter-district because everybody will apply, and again there will be issues. So I think within 1 or 2 days we can come up, as sir said, is that we'll come up with basically the industries can come with request. And we have done this in Ranjangaon for ITCs and all other industries also, where they are basically in a stringent requirement of workforce. So we can work out with this. That is not an issue.
Actually, what has happened, I think at the start of lockdown, some people have gone away. So I think if at least they can put up a list to a district magistrate office or your office, and we can start a process of at least bringing them. That will take at least 4 to 5 days. So I think we should ask them to submit a proposals, and we'll decide.
Yes, sir. Yes, we will do that. We'll do that.
Okay. Shall we move on?
Yes.
The next question is from Deal Metal India Private Limited. They are based out of Hinjewadi. Are manufacturing industries in Hinjewadi allowed for 33%, 50% of full strength to operate? And he is also suggesting that private vehicles should be allowed to go to Hinjewadi from PMC and PCMC against the company pass and company ID. Would that be possible? To travel from Hinjewadi to PMC and PCMC areas?
Now, at present, this is not permitted. From urban area, only dedicated bus transport is allowed. Minibus or basically buses. And as far as the employee strength is concerned, there is no any restriction. That restrictions in rural areas about the basically the private establishment, private offices. For factory, there is no any restrictions. As on they can they can start their work with 10%, 20%, whatever the resources available, they can plan for that. That is not issues. There is no any restrictions for that.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Surtech India Private Limited. How can we get containment cluster zone update daily, or where is it released by the authorities?
Now this is available on the district collector's website. Basically, they issue the order. There is a website that collectorpune.gov.in. Even we have industries association groups, and we are basically the circulating all the informations, official informations on that particular group. If anybody is from the basically from Indo-German Chamber of Commerce from Pune, I can add them immediately, and we will share the information, official information. That is not an issue.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
The next company is Pretil Automotive India Private Limited, based out of Lonikand. They have a couple of questions, so I'll start with the first one. What permission is required for employees to travel from Pune urban areas, example Koregaon Park, to Pune rural area, for example Lonikand, for work and back home? This is the first concern.
Yeah, ma'am, I think that question is answered already.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
The second one, please let us know if Lonikand is a declared containment zone. We manufacture automotive parts, harnesses. We only got yesterday the information from Lonikand police station that we can operate. Today, the Lonikand police station changed their opinion and informed us that we cannot operate since a village close to the factory is under containment. Kindly clarify.
Uh, yeah,
Patil sir,
they,
you have any?
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
answer.
Yes, sir.
The process of modification of containment zone in and around, especially industrial area in Haveli and Shirur is on. So because of that, there may be some gap in the communication. By today evening or by tomorrow morning, a new containment zone will be, already there are containment zones, only modification will be in that, in area of that containment zone will be done today or by evening or tomorrow. So I think till the time they can wait, and tomorrow SDM Haveli, I think, will come out with a clear order of what exactly is containment zone in and around Lonikand or in and around Wagholi. So that will facilitate the process and the issue will be sorted out.
Thank you. Here, the gentleman has also mentioned that the police station has given them a note, told them to come back after 2 to 3 days. So they are concerned. What are they going to tell to their 150 employees?
I think, ma'am, they
Madam,
can connect to us. Sir. Yes, sir.
I think position will be clear by today evening or tomorrow, with whether they fall in that new containment zone, or I think after that they can take a decision.
Okay, thank you so
Yes.
much.
In addition to that, ma'am, they can connect to us and we will facilitate them. Actually, if they are, basically the communication gap is there, I will talk to them personally and I will update on daily basis. No issues over there.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Moving on, from ThyssenKrupp Industries India, from Pimpri, how to bring back employees gone to their native place outside Pune district. Is there any requirement of keeping these employees in quarantine if they are allowed to come back, and if yes, how many days?
Hello. We will have Mr. Survas and me. We will have a clear discussion with the district magistrate. If I think workers are allowed to come back, I think there'll be some medical screening and medical certificates will be required. And if they are physically fit, I think there will not be any need for quarantine and all. That I think this is a very logical, but we'll take a call after having discussion with the district magistrate.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
The next question is from Elantis Beck India Private Limited. When can we commence logistics operations for customers who have been allowed to start and are dependent on us? Can we partially restart operations to support medical support industries?
Ma'am, इसमें actually this I have given some material movement permission to this particular specific industries. Now their request is to restart the operation, and from Pimpri Chinchwad area, now most of the industries they wanted to restart the operation, but now the government has to take a call on that, and Tata Motors, even the Thermax, then we have basically all the large industries, Garware, then the industries on Bombay Pune Road like Alpalawal, then Sandvik Asia, Atlas Copco. They want to start their sum of operations, but right now I am just taking these particular discussions with my secretary industries, and we have to decide about the PCMC right now. till 17th they can't start basically restart the operation. But as I earlier mentioned that I can give a special selective permissions for the material movement as well as the maintenance of that particular factory.
Okay, sir. Thank you. The next one is from Eco Clean Machines Private Limited. Can we unload the material in H Block Pimpri from courier agencies and heavy vehicles?
Yes, ma'am. I already answered that. They can do that. If they require anything, I will immediately give the permissions. I have that mechanism. I will give my mail ID as well as my number on WhatsApp number. They can connect to us. We can give immediately immediate
Okay,
permissions to them.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your confirmation. The next question is from Mac Valves India Private Limited. Providing accommodation to all employees is compulsory, or employer can only provide the same to employees coming from containment or red zone?
Ma'am, that condition has been now removed in a current revised guidelines. That is not applicable in revised guidelines.
All right. Thank you. The next question is from Vitesco Technologies India Private Limited. The MIDC portal is not updated and there is no provision for uploading private vehicle details in the portal. It still asks to put only bus details. The police at Bhumkas Chowk Wakad are not allowing to pass through the Man village without vehicle pass.
Now
And
the digital
the
portal
same
is basically, yeah.
Sorry, and
Yes,
the same
yes.
company is asking, can the employees travel to work by their private vehicle, that is two persons in one car or one person on the bike, between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m.? Do we need any passes for that? And also,
No,
do
for
the
the
buses
first,
need any passes for that?
no, as far as the MIDC portal is there were some issues previously 2-3 days back. Now the portal is well stabilized and the portal is basically capable to issue the passes for the minibus as well as buses only. As far as Pune is concerned, we have given facilities only for bus basically passes. Individual the employee name and details of the company that will be getting printed on the self-declared permissions are there. As of now, there is no any permissions for two-wheeler and four-wheeler from urban area to rural area. So one has to travel with the buses only.
All right. Thank you, sir. The next question is from Storopack India Private Limited, located at Vadki Dhave Mile area in Saswad Road. We are manufacturers of packaging material located at Vadki in non-MIDC area under Gram Panchayat in Pune district. We have received our self-declaration certificate from MIDC website. However, all employees are coming through private vehicles and are located in PMC areas and non-PMC areas under Gram Panchayat, which are declared as containment zones. But to restart the operations, we need these employees to join. So how can we get travel passes for them?
Now the one important issue is there, they can't travel from the containment zone to the non-containment zone. That is the issue. One should very clear about that. Once the area is declared as a containment zone, so no travel, no any movements are allowed from that particular areas. The company should restrict this particular their employees from that particular zone. And as far as basically the private vehicles from the PMC or PCMC, that is again restricted. That is not allowed right now.
Okay, thank you, sir. The next question. I have been going to petrol pumps in Pune city and none of them are giving petrol to private cars. They say as per police order, it is only for essential service vehicles. I have to open my factory at Pirangut tomorrow and I have literally no petrol in the car. Also, my people from Pirangut have told me the same situation is there. How do we commute if we do not have petrol in our vehicles? Sir, can someone respond to this?
Actually, the patrols are not given in a urban areas for these private vehicles, two-wheeler and basically these four-wheelers. The that is available only for the minibuses or buses of the company and essential commodities vehicle. If any specific requirement is there, they can connect us. We'll facilitate them.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Next question. We are not getting permission from police to move our employees from Chakan to Pune. We need 11 employees to come to office and they are all staying all over the city in non-containment zones. It is not possible to arrange one bus for all of them.
Okay.
So 11 employees need to be brought to Chakan.
Acha, they can organize some small mini bus. That is the solution right now. Otherwise, I will take up with the basically the police authority at PCMC.
So that is what he said. It is not possible to arrange for a bus because they are all over the city. The company has specifically mentioned this. So, and it's for 11 employees.
Yeah. Of course, this type of challenges are there. We'll take up this type of issues and we'll discuss and find out some solution. But of course, there are some issues and challenges with the current also this particular guidelines and basically the procedures we have set out. Definitely, this type of issues will be taken. We'll take up these issues. Definitely, we'll take up these issues and we'll try to resolve the issues.
Okay, sir. Thank you. The next question is from KSPG Automotive India Private Limited. It is based in the Marvel area. The Marvel area company has got permission to operate, but the permission for employees to come from PCMC and PMC non-containment zone is not given. Please help.
No, there were some earlier 2 days back, the incident commander SDO has issued some order, and now we have clear that the movement from PMC as well as PCMC, the non-containment zone people can travel to Talegaon. That is clear, and I have informed to Talegaon Industries Association too.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Berrycap, located in Talegaon MIDC. Berrycap is based in Talegaon MIDC and supplier of packaging of essential goods like edible oil, dairy, beverages, etc. We have started but face challenges of movement of people from non-containment zones in PMC area to Talegaon MIDC. We face local police resistance sometimes. Every day we hope for the best. Can you guide us?
Actually, as I mentioned that there were some issues, some communication gap. Now that issue has been resolved, and if any issues are there, we will take up with Mr. Hiremat and additional CP PCMC. Definitely will take up with this.
Okay, sir. Thank you. The next company is Emuge Franken India. It is based in Taluka Haveli. We are unable to apply for permission. The site is allowing only essential commodities. Kondhanpur is outside city limits to the south side near Khed Shivpur. As per lockdown 3.0 guidelines, there is only 12 hours 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. people mobility. For continuous manufacturing people to work for 24 hours, we are looking for a 2-shift people to be allowed during 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. Is that allowed? From
now
10
today,
p.m.
Today
Yes.
the Labour Commissioner has issued the guidelines and that matter has been resolved.
So is it allowed? Perhaps could you give
it is
some
allowed.
clarity
Two
on
shifts are allowed. 2 shifts are allowed. I will share that this particular circular, today's circular notifications. Sorry.
Okay, sir.
2 shifts are allowed, ma'am. 2 shifts are allowed.
All right.
Yeah,
So
but the
company,
movement of employee from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning, that is restricted.
That is restricted. Okay.
Yes.
The next company is Heimer India Private Limited. They are based in Pirangut. We are Heimer India Private Limited at Uarvade Pirangut. We have applied for MIDC permissions on site and we have received vehicle pass. So can we open our company?
Yes, yes, they can. They have to start operations, no problem.
Okay, sir. The next question, the self-declaration form has a compulsory fill-in for people staying within the factory premises. This is not required now. We left it blank and the form got rejected. What do we do?
No, that now necessary amendment has been done done on the portal. They can reapply, update the informations and take the self-declared permissions.
Okay, sir. Thank you. The next question is from Shmersal, India, based out of Ranjangaon. One of our customer is in Aurangabad and needs services from us. Can our engineer from non-containment zone in Pune travel to Aurangabad?
Now, Sir Patil sir, can you just highlight on this?
If it is not a group movement, if it is an individual movement, he can travel. We will issue the passes.
Yes, they're referring to one can our engineer. So it's one of the engineers, one person.
If it is an individual movement, we can issue the passes, but only there is a restriction for group movement.
Okay, sir. So the next question is directed to Mr. Patil. Please explain us what happens if a positive case is identified in a company. What procedure should we follow? What is expected from the company subsequent to that?
Yeah, I think Annexure 1 of Government of Maharashtra, they have given a procedure that hospitals, clinic in the nearby areas which are authorized to treat a COVID-19 patient should be identified and list should be available at a workplace all the time. Employees showing any symptoms of COVID should be immediately sent for a checkup to such a facility, and quarantine area should be earmarked for isolating employees showing symptoms till they are safely moved to the medical facility. I think that is what they have to do, and I think otherwise what presently it is done for hospitals, I think there is a closure of 24 hours and whole of the plant will be sanitized again thoroughly, and I think then you can start an operation. I think Mr. Survase will again elaborate on this.
Yes, sir. Sir, the two-day operations will be suspended, and then the factory has to be disinfecting, and there is a specific protocols has been mentioned by the state government as well as Ministry of Health. I will share that. I will share you the detailed annexures of that particular protocol.
Okay, thank you, sir. Moving on, from Henkel Adhesives, we have warehouses in Maharashtra which have reopened as per guidelines of the state government. However, the Gram Panchayats in these areas have imposed even stricter guidelines. Are Gram Panchayats authorized to issue such guidelines?
No, Gram Panchayat, they can't basically issue the guidelines. If any specific issues are there, then that will be issued by the CO Jilla Parishad. If any specific issues are there, you can take up with us. We will facilitate them in Pune district. Of course, in Pune district as well as in Pune division. If any specific issues are there, yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
What I would like to contact, can they tell the name of the Gram Panchayat so we can immediately tell the concerned Gram Panchayat not to impose such restrictions? It doesn't fall under containment zone. If it is a containment zone, then they will have some restrictions.
Okay, yes, sir. So next question, can we start our incomplete civil construction work at the factory immediately as we have to complete it before? Monsoon starts, can we get the construction workers from our contractor on our factory premises in Ranjangaon?
Yes, ma'am, they can start the operations because for construction activity also there is a clear advisory and clear details on this notifications on 2nd May. In rural areas, they can start immediately. Only in urban areas, there is a limit for the residential arrangement of the workers. Otherwise, they can start. In Ranjangaon, there is no any issues.
Okay, thank you, sir. Someone has asked, method, can you mention some methods of traveling from containment zone to non-containment zone, that is from PMC to Chakan rural areas?
No, the from containment zone they can't travel. They should avoid the travel. Containment zone means that everything is sealed. There should not be any movement from the containment zone to the factory. Otherwise, it's a very high possibility for basically a spread of this COVID. And because we are doing basically all these restrictions to avoid that, so they can't travel from the containment zone to the non-containment zone.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Are industries allowed 2-shift operations? How is the restrictive movement between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. to be handled?
Ma'am, this is again repeated. We have already answered this question.
Okay.
I think if repetitions are there, ma'am, you can
Fine.
you just omit that
Yes.
type of question?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes. Where to apply for permission for maintenance and repair work? What is the procedure?
No, apart from PMC and PCMC, the now no permissions will be required. In PMC and PCMC, I will give my mail ID. It is dirpune@maharashtra.gov.in. They can apply on that, and they can just communicate to us. We'll give the permission for maintenance.
Yes. The next question is from Vitesco Technologies. They are from Village Man, Pune. The status for vehicle passes on MIDC portal is showing pending for past 3 days with no change in update. What should we do in this case?
Now we have cleared basically all the vehicle passes. If any specific issues are there, they can connect to us. We will immediately resolve the issues.
Thank you. The next company is Continental Surfaces Solutions. We are based in Satara and our construction site is in the last phase of completion. Our teams as well as teams of our nominated construction company are mainly having their homes in Pune. Will we be getting transportation passes for our employees as well as construction company employees to commute daily to our plant? Bus and personal cars are planned for their transportation.
I think Patil sir can you reply this, because it is an inter-district travel.
Inter-district travel. Please, will you repeat the question? Actually, I was on another thing.
Yeah. Sir, they want basically the permissions of their construction worker and some of the officer. They can travel from Pune to Satara on daily basis. The
Okay,
factory site is at
travel.
Satara.
Daily basis travel will be difficult.
Yes.
Daily basis travel will not be possible. One-time travel can be allowed.
Yes.
Thank you. The next question is from Henkel Adhesives. We have a plant in MIDC Koperkerne red zone and have permissions to manufacture essential goods. However, we are not permitted to manufacture non-essential goods. Since the plant is operational and now we are not adding to the workforce, why is there a restriction?
Ma'am, they might be given permission for only essential commodities, because whatever the area you are mentioning, Koperkerne, they are in a containment zone. So in containment zone, only the essential commodity industries are permitted as per the previous guideline as well as current guideline.
Thank you. The next question is from Hirschvogel. They just want a confirmation. Are we allowed to work for 24 hours with 2 shifts of 12 hours?
Yes,
so
that question is again, it's the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the pass required? Sorry.
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Are passes required for employees working in urban areas? The person has not mentioned the company name.
No, the passes required, that is in, as far as Pune is concerned, there will not be any no passes are required, as the Honorable Collector has already mentioned that. No any permissions required to restart the operations. They can start by showing their iCards. Only travel from urban area to rural area is restricted with dedicated transport. In rural area, they can commute with 4-wheeler as well as their 2-wheeler. That is not a issue. And about passes, no requirement of passes.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So the next question is addressed to Mr. Patil. We would request a clarification in definition of dedicated transport. A personal car with company board can also be a dedicated transport. That's a question to you. Can a personal car with a company board be a dedicated transport?
Mr. Survase will be able to better answer it, but
Okay.
I think it cannot be
Okay.
a dedicated transport because
Okay.
I think only 2 people can travel in a car along with driver. That is what a social distancing measure is. So I think bus
Yes.
would be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, ma'am, a dedicated transport means that your vehicle is commuting from, let us say, from Pune, one location, 2 location, and then its factory. So it is from that locations to factory. It is a dedicated transport. Any other employees are allowed, or any other person is allowed to travel in that particular bus. So that is basically dedicated transport. It's dedicated to from one locations to another locations, and right now it is only with minibus or buses,
Okay,
not
sir.
even the car.
Okay, because the next question is something similar. Why cannot employees use their personal cars for traveling to their workplaces like Hinjewadi, MIDC areas?
Now, actually, one has to understand the restrictions, and because in Hinjawadi area, we have major IT basically set up over there. Hinjawadi phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and almost about all major IT companies are operating over there. Almost about 140 plus companies are operated there, and if you find out the employees are more than 2.5 lakhs, so everybody is allowed, then it will be a problem. So for Hinjawadi, again there is some restrictions from the police, from PCMC. They are giving the passes, and they are restricting only the dedicated transport. So this is again the situation based on the local basically some regulations, norms that one has to consider that particular.
Okay, sir. Thank you. This question is from the company Vega India. We do not have company buses for employees. We transport employees through private taxis. Will this be allowed?
Now, this is not allowed as per the current guidelines. Not allowed. They have to make arrangement at least for a minibus.
And I think
Okay.
PMPL has come out with today's circular. They are ready to provide buses, I think, municipal transport.
Yes, sir. That is also a best solution. Even the municipal PMPL, they can commit vehicle from some one part to the, let us say, on Pirangut or some areas. In Kolhapur, they have started this type of like transportations available to industries. So that is also a good basically facilities available.
Okay, sir. Next question is from Deal Metal India Private Limited, Hinjewadi. Can a person go on two-wheeler from Hinjewadi bridge to phase 2 on a two-wheeler?
No, it's again specific. That is
Sorry.
not allowed. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So you can please feel free to give a yes or no answer.
yes. Yeah, it's some repetitions are there. Yeah, please.
Thank you. Again from the same company, how to get our people from other districts in Maharashtra to Pune from the same company, Deal Metal. They are based out of other districts. If
that is also already we have
yes.
discussed that. No? Yes. Okay. Okay.
So because there are a couple of questions referring to the same thing, any special
Yeah, you
guideline for
just
getting?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So is there a special guideline they are asking? Because these questions are repetitive in nature. Everybody wants to bring their employees from other districts. Is there a guideline for getting these employees who are in other districts that they can refer to?
I will share that particular guideline. I will share that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, I think we should start now taking those proposals of getting workers from outside district. And I think district magistrate sir will agree. But process has to start. Otherwise, they'll remain confused.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will share this detailed information tomorrow with the detailed
Okay.
notification as well as the format of application and how we can proceed with the employee movement from other district.
Thank you, sir. The next question. We have few shipments arrived at Nhava Sheva port. Are we allowed to get this shipment to Pune? Our warehouse is in Pune in the Kondwa area.
Yes, yes, that is allowed. I will immediately permit them. Please ask them to connect us. I will immediately issue some small permissions. Material movement
Okay, sir.
permission is we have allowed. Yeah.
So next question is, they are based out of Haveli Taluka Fulgaon Industrial Zone. The question is Haveli Taluka Fulgaon Industrial Zone, is it still considered a rural area? Still, there are some confusions about starting or not to start in Fulgaon Industrial Zone.
No, there is no any confusion. It is allowed.
Okay, because
even
it is allowed.
Yeah, it's allowed.
Okay. Our company is based at Shirwal, Satara district. Landlords and flat owners are not ready to accept our employees back who have gone to their native area because of fear of contamination in their mind. What to do in such cases? And now it is becoming difficult for us to accommodate employees for more number of days.
This is from Satara district, na Shirwal?
Yes.
You mentioned.
Yes.
I think we'll coordinate with District Collector Satara and SDO Shirwal, but that should not be issues. If the basically employees are travel from other part of districts and they have a medical checkup or medical certificates, there will not be any issues. But that issues can
Okay.
be locally sorted out. No issue.
Okay. So how to submit the proposal to district magistrate for inter-district transfer?
It is a similar again inter-district transfer of employees, na? If it is
Yes.
employees, Patil sir has already answered for that, and we'll share the notification as well as the format of that particular employee movement forms. I will share tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Sir, with this, I'd like to close the Q&A because a lot of questions are repetitive in nature.
Yeah.
And thus, I'd like to give the mic to Dr. Mohad for his closing remarks. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Monas. Thank you very much to our two experts. You gave a lot of information, not already in your statement, but also during the questions. And you see there are many individual cases. And obviously the number one issue is how to bring staff, personnel, employees from A to B, because there are many individual cases, and understand quite well that maybe not the workforce or the contract workers, but the engineers or the management are living somewhere else, mostly in containment zones, and how to travel. And of course, not always a bus makes sense or is available on this issue. And I think, but as the whole process is a moving process, things will move on and we will find solution from day to day. I would like to thank you in particular for that you're going to share a lot of email IDs with us, circulars with us, and of course individual phone numbers we can help out. And I think your presence and all your guidance you gave tonight is just underlining and highlighting what we all know and why German industries are here in Maharashtra. It's just a very supportive and open door policy of the Maharashtra government. So thank you so much. And the joint team of the consulate and of the chamber will be in contact with you to follow up on all the offers you made, for in particular to make contacts. And they're also there to continue to take in all the questions raised or further going to be raised by industries if there are any problems, because maybe we can answer them themselves and pre-screen them before we pass them on to you. So I would like to, again, thank you very much for joining. And I'm looking forward that you're all staying healthy, Mr. Patel and Mr. Savasa, and that soon we will have times that we can meet again in person in Pune. And I hope that all our industries will be able to proceed and continue and starting up in the next weeks to come. And now I would like to ask Mr. Steinrücker again, who is basically hosting and giving the platform with his office, the Inter-German Chamber of Commerce, for the words of thanks. Bernhard? So I think, is Mr. Steinrücker still here? So I think Mr. Steinrücker is not available. So I would like to take also this opportunity. Bernhard, are you here?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
please. It's up to you to give the word of thanks to, because you are having the platform in your team.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So, yeah, first of all, I would really like to thank Mr. Surwase and Mr. Patil for their very valuable inputs. And I have to say, when Jürgen Mohart started to introduce you, I already had a feeling that it will be an unusual meeting. And I must say the kind of knowledge you have, the kind of details that you go into is really remarkable. I must say this is for civil servants something that we really appreciate. There was no question that was unanswered unless the question was repeated, and if there you clearly made your point. I think that is really good. So very much appreciated your support, and we will count on you, because as we know, the nitty-gritties in the day-to-day business are something that are the challenges of the day, but it's really very, very helpful to know that you are here for us. Jürgen, of course, Jürgen Mohart, our Consul General, he is our partner in crime, as we always say. Together, we've been fighting not only Corona, we've been fighting earlier challenges, but of course, Corona is really the crowning, we have to say, unfortunately. But those challenges, this is when we really see that we get creative, we get innovative, and we try to really get the best out of this very, very difficult situation. Of course, we have to thank the participants who are our clients. I mean, you are basically our members. You are for the government, the taxpayers, and you are the ones who pay the staff, the salaries, who generate employment. So you are the ones for whom we are working day and night. And from that angle, it is good that you count on us, that you trust us, that we can help you. And therefore, it is good that we had your questions. As I always keep saying, we cannot answer every question, but if we don't have the question, then we certainly cannot answer it. Therefore, it is very important that you ask the question, that you come up with your issues, because then we can try to solve them. We cannot solve all the problems, that's clear, but problems we do not know, we certainly cannot solve. So from that angle, it is critical that we stay in touch, that we communicate. And today, of course, this is one of the advantages maybe of this crisis, that digitalization has come along very strong. And actually, just imagine if we were not to have mobile phones. This whole crisis would be a total different crisis. But today, with mobile phone, with internet, with all the other communication opportunities, things are so much easier than they were in the past. So from that angle, I think it is sort of blessing in disguise that we can now see how we can use the modern technology to make sure that we go through this crisis in a much faster and a much safer way. At the end of the day, it is critical that we are all optimistic. And this is something which I have learned in my 27 years in India, that Indians will never give up. Indians will always fight it out, and this is something which I admire. And from that angle, I'm also absolutely and optimistic that we will go through that crisis, we will manage that crisis. We have to do it together. Alone, it's impossible. And we have, of course, systems Therefore, my plea, and it's mandatory for the companies, that everyone who's working in the companies using the new Arogya Setu, the new system, that is absolutely important and critical. And maybe that's my plea at the end, that please, please, please make sure every worker has a mobile phone, every worker has access to the gadget, because only if we really use it, we know when there is a problem and how to attack the problem, and only then we will really tackle that problem. Finally, at the end, I think it is great that you are all in Pune, because you may not know, but maybe it's quite likely that save the world. Now you may be surprised, but it might be that the Serum Institute of India, Mr. Poonawala's company, will be one of the first to have a vaccination ready. Together with the University of Oxford, they are very, very strong in developing a vaccine. And this is something which I think, if that happens, would be a big boost for India. And similar to the Y2K boost in the year 2000 for the Indian IT industry, this could be a boost for the Indian biotech industry. And therefore, for Pune, I really wish good luck. It could be a message to the world if this could work. And therefore, I wish you all good luck. It's been working, by the way, for not only decades, not only centuries, almost 1,000 years ago, Indians started to develop a vaccination against smallpox. And the vaccination even against now pest, I don't know the Indian word, was invented in India 120 years ago. So from that angle, India has a lot of experience with vaccination, and therefore I wish Pune well, and I'm pretty sure at the end we will be successful when I look at Mr. Sarwase, Mr. Patil, Mr. Mohat, and of course the team of Indo-German Chamber of Commerce. So thank you very much. Good luck. We are 3 minutes ahead of time. This is German Pünktlichkeit, as we call it. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for inviting us. Thank you, Patil sir.
You're mostly welcome. All the best to you. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we will stay in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.